Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and today I have Wait, something's familiar about this. You guessed it, back in February I did a review on the DJI Mini SE, but a few things have changed since then, so let me catch you up. Remember how I left in that a little bit about the refurbished Mini 2 being around the same cost as the Mini SE? Well, I sent the SE back so I could get the Mini 2, and as soon as the refund came through, the refurbished Mini 2 went out of stock, and it hasn't been back in stock since. But that time has given me an opportunity to reach a little bit higher on the shelf, which brings us to today. Alright, here we have the DJI Mavic Air 2. And it comes in this very clean looking box. I'm just gonna open it up like so. And it comes in this plastic wrapping, as you can see, with this very clean white box. Eventually, it'll come out. Alright. And of course, it smells just like DJI. And taking a look at this drone, oh, it's got the sensor it comes with. This is a little bit bigger than the Mini. The Mini was like that big, just this area, and it was a lot lighter. This is 500 grams, while the other one is 249. And it comes with the drone itself, as well as the controller, which is bigger than the Mini SE's controller by a lot. And stuff on the back, I'm not super sure what that's all about. Oh, it's a built-in phone note. That's cool. This right here is the DJI Mavic Air 2. It's about $800 and is filled to the brim with all sorts of features, but coming at the cost of a little more weight and, of course, money than the SE. Now, obviously these drones were built for different budgets, different needs, but you know how much I love comparisons, so here we go. The Mini SE has a range of about 2.5 miles, where the Mavic Air 2 has a range of about 6. That's 3.5 miles more. The Mini SE has a max video resolution of 2.7K 30 FPS with no log format. And the Air 2 can get up to 4K 60 FPS with D-Cinematic, which isn't exactly log, but it's another kind of flat video profile that you can use to tone your videos in post. The Mini SE has a max flight time of 30 minutes, with the Air 2 at 34. Not sure what you would do with those extra 4 minutes, maybe bring the drone back home or something. But if you purchase the Fly More pack or just have extra batteries, then that's not a problem. The Mini SE has a 1/2.3 inch sensor, and the Air 2 just has a 1/2 inch sensor. Put simply for you and possibly me, that's 7.66 millimeters versus 8 millimeters in diagonal. The Mini SE has an altimeter, which means it knows how high up it is. And the Air 2 has an altimeter as well, but it also has forward and backward sensors for obstacle avoidance. The Mini SE can fly up to 30 miles an hour with no wind, when the Air 2 can fly up to 42. 12 miles an hour more. Other than that, the Air 2 has a max altitude of 2,000 feet higher, 8 gigabits of internal media storage, 20 more megabytes per second for video bitrate, and faster charging. Honestly, I'll slap this battery on the charger and in 20 minutes it's done. Not a bad deal if you ask me. It is 321 grams heavier, meaning you do have to register this with the FAA, and I did. If you do end up getting this drone or a drone above 250 grams and you live in America, I would recommend checking out the free stickers because they don't look too bad and you can just slap them to the side of your drone. They're also completely free, with free shipping, which kind of surprised me. And yeah, since this video isn't an advertisement for stickers, we're gonna move on. Alright, now that you've listened to me talk about this thing, let's go out and play it! Hi guys, so it's the next morning today, and I'm getting this set up. We're going to be trying a couple of the new features like the active track and everything. All you have to do is get your phone snapped in like this, get a USB-C cable or a Thunderbolt 1, it comes with both. Turn the controller on, turn the drone on, and it should connect for the most part automatically. So I'm going to go ahead and launch the drone now. And apparently it has safety assistance mode and everything, which relies on the front and backward sensors to not crash into things, but we're gonna be putting that to the test. And we got some T-posts out here, so we're gonna see if we can crash into them. Alright, here we have the T-post, and we have the drone, which is ridiculously stable. I mean, there's no wind, but still. So I'm gonna see if it'll recognize it. It actually recognizes it. I'm going full forward, and it's not doing anything. I can keep trying to go forward, it slows down, and then stops. Because it knows there's something in the way. Originally I'm supposed to be able to see a radar here though. So that means the sensors work out. Now we're going to see how the sports mode fares. Let's see how fast it can get up and go. Right now it's on position mode, or normal mode, and this is what it looks like when it goes forward. Fairly decent, not too bad. And then this is the sport mode. It's almost a fucking FPV drone at this point. And then right here, we can do a flyover. Where that can go right over our heads, which is super cool. Supposedly it's got all sorts of active track stuff. I just draw a box around myself. And it says spotlight. It'll turn around. It'll pan, depending on where I am. But if we do active track here, let's go back here. Oh wow, it's still stuck. That's kind of cool. You can navigate and everything. Alright. Parallel and go. So now if I do this, it should just follow me along and it looks like the world's moving. Or not, and it gets a bad track. Yeah, that's alright. That's very cool. And then with Spotlight, you can move, and it'll still just default to that. It'll default to that orbit mode. You can go up, I believe, forward, and it'll stick on you. Even when you orbit around, it'll try that tight one. This is very cool. Let's see if we can try to get some overhead footage. Switch to the wide mode. This looks like an FPV camera right here. Oh, we saw a bird there, that's cool. The obstacle radar shown. Remove my hand. Today we're going to be testing out the video quality because we've done some video quality tests with the SE. We did some back in January and you saw how that went. And I, looking back on this review and editing and stuff, have actually seen that I haven't recorded much actual video from this drone. So I'm going to go all the way to 4K 60 FPS on my phone here and we're going to try out the video quality. Oh my gosh, there are actually a bunch of birds following me. Look at this. They all love the drone. And that's about it. This video is in 4K 60 FPS. That means right there we were recording the native resolution of the video, and we wouldn't have been able to do that with the DJI Mini SE. 12 miles an hour may seem like faster when you're on a go-kart or a low-riding car or something, but when you're that high up in the air, it's not that different. You could get pretty much all the speed you want from a DJI Mini drone. Alright, now I'm back inside after the little clip to give a little bit more information on what just happened and where this video is heading. I was doing a range test, or trying to, seeing how far I could get the drone to go before it got low on connection and then hopefully bring it back. I was actually really not planning for it to lose connection or stop responding after it went behind the trees. Like, that wasn't planned. I was genuinely about to go drive over to the point where it lost connection and see if I could find it. But as I was going in the front door, suddenly the controller beeped, the feed was back online, and sure enough, it showed the drone on the way home. So that actually answered a question I had about DJI drones for a while now, being, if the aircraft loses connection, will it return to the liftoff point from a GPS point stored inside the drone? And sure enough, when I looked at the feed, it showed the drone loyally making a beeline towards the starting point, without being told to do so. Supposedly this is a feature in most of DJI's new drones, but common or not, I love that it's that much harder to lose the drone. However, I do have some suspicions. When the drone got back, it had some residue on the front, back, and top that looked vaguely familiar to plant matter, and even had a leaf attached to one of the rear vents. Did it actually return to home as soon as it lost its connection? Or did it land first? So there is an application called DJI Assistant 2 that you can get for either Windows or Mac that will let you plug your drone into your computer through USB and transfer things like flight logs, firmware updates, and basically just things like that. But essentially all I did was I plugged the drone in, I got the log from it, and now it's uploading, so I can tell you in a few minutes.
Editing Sammy here. The log file was too big.
What is going on, ladies and gents? This time we are outside my garage door. We're gonna do a range test. I don't think I know entirely what to expect, because the very first time we did this range test was actually in Utah, and it went about, I wanna say 4 or 5 miles, and went over 2 mountains and almost to a third one before it lost battery. I'm sure it could have gone 5 if it had like an expanded battery or something, but it just couldn't make it. And then the second one was in winter, so all these green trees were a lot more bare, and so I believe a signal could have gone through them. And we got to 3 miles. So we're gonna test the range of this thing today. We're gonna see just how long we can fly with green trees and everything. I'm gonna take all the video footage just for privacy reasons, and let's get this thing in the air. Gotta make sure it's like plenty high, because if it's too low, then it can mess with reception. We're just gonna keep it at like 380 feet so we don't go above 394. Full bars at almost 4,000 feet. Let's see if it can hold up. All right, we've lost 1 bar at just under 5,000 feet. How's it going, bro? And we have just passed 1 mile. So this thing is officially 5,500 feet away. Oh, it just fully lost it for a second there, but we're back on. We're on 2 now, so we did lose that 3rd bar. Still at 86 battery. Weak signal, we're on 1. And it's lost connection. It was only 8,000 feet away, less than 2 miles. I got to 10,000 feet last time, which is the lowest that I've gotten, which means 8,000 is the new lowest. So I do believe, trees and everything, things impeding the line of sight can really mess with your drone's connection. So line of sight is definitely the best way to go when you want to get like ultra far range. Whoa. We got inches away from flying that thing into a tree. I'm not doing that again. I'm gonna go ahead and count my lucky stars because that was super close. Thank you all so much for watching until the end. This review took over a year to make because of my terrible planning habits. I just thought a few months ago, since I was already halfway through making it, why not just pick back up and, finish? Because me personally, I don't like having unfinished projects, so that's what I did, and I really do hope you all enjoyed this review. If you are looking to purchase a Mavic Air 2, I do know that it is one of DJI's most popular drones, so, you're in for a treat. If you do want to spring for that 10-bit HDR video, go for the Air 2S. But I hope my review was informative towards your purchasing choice. I'm moving to Georgia to study film here in not too long, and that means I won't be able to make YouTube videos while I'm there. Chances are I'll slowly back around here, posting stuff every once in a while, and just trying to have fun. Subscribe to my channel if you like this kind of content. I'm probably not going to come around your feed too often, but I hope when I do, I can put a smile on your face.